The moment usually arrives without warning. You're in the kitchen, or the car, or the checkout line. Your child's face tightens, breath sharpens, and suddenly the world feels loud and narrow. Words bounce off them. Their body drops or stiffens. People look. Time stretches. You feel trapped between wanting the noise to stop and wanting your child to be okay. Your heart speeds up because you can feel their storm pulling you in. In that instant, it's not just a tantrum. It's a collision of needs, nerves, and love, all happening at once. Most of us were taught that the way through this moment is to fix it fast. We think reasoning will help. We think explaining, warning, or raising our voice will bring order back. We think if we stay firm enough, the feeling will pass. But what actually happens is the opposite. The more we talk, the louder it gets. The more we insist, the more the child's body fights us. The more we try to control the moment, the less control anyone has. What feels like leadership to us feels like danger to a child whose system is already overwhelmed. Here's the relief most parents don't hear often enough. A tantrum is not a moral failure. It's not a sign you're permissive, weak, or doing it wrong. It's a nervous system response in a small human whose brain is still under construction. When emotions surge faster than the brain can manage them, the body takes over. Crying, kicking, screaming, freezing. These are not choices. They are signals. And when we respond as if they're choices, we accidentally escalate the very thing we want to calm. Inside your child's body during a tantrum, the alarm system is loud. The part of the brain that handles logic and language is offline. The part that scans for safety is in charge. That means instructions don't land. Consequences don't teach. Long explanations don't soothe. What the nervous system is asking for, in the simplest possible terms, is proof of safety. Not safety in theory, but safety in the room, right now, in the relationship. This is where a quiet parenting insight from Korea offers something different. In Korean culture, there is a deep, everyday understanding of emotional closeness that doesn't translate cleanly into English. The word is jong. It's not just affection. It's not just attachment. It's the felt sense of being held in someone's care without needing to earn it. It's presence, warmth, patience, and connection woven together. And in parenting, jong shows up not as discipline, but as regulation. In many Korean households, when a young child melts down, the first response is not to correct the behavior. It's to steady the relationship. The adult becomes calmer on purpose, not to model behavior later, but to lend their calm to the child now. The belief underneath is simple. A dysregulated child cannot calm themselves, but they can borrow calm from someone who has it. Picture a quiet evening scene. A small living room. The light is soft. A child is crying hard, body shaking, breath uneven. Instead of commands or lectures, the parent lowers themselves to the child's level. Their voice is low. Their movements are slow. There's no rush to stop the tears. Just a steady presence. Within moments, the child's breathing begins to change. The crying softens. Not because the feeling disappeared, but because the child no longer feels alone inside it. This approach has a name among some Korean parenting educators. It's often described simply as the jong pause. It's not a trick. It's not permissiveness. It's a brief, intentional pause where the parent focuses entirely on restoring a sense of safety before addressing anything else. And when done correctly, it can change the emotional direction of a tantrum in under a minute. The jong pause begins with the parent, not the child. The first step is physical and internal. You stop moving fast. You soften your shoulders. You slow your breath just enough that your body sends a signal of calm. This matters because children read bodies before they hear words. When your movements are controlled and your breathing is steady, your child's nervous system notices. Next, you lower yourself to their level or angle your body so you're not towering over them. This reduces the sense of threat. You don't demand eye contact. You don't grab unless safety requires it. You simply make yourself available in their space. Then comes the most important part. You name the feeling in a neutral, gentle voice. Not as an accusation, but as a description. You're really upset. That was too much. Something didn't go the way you expected. The words themselves matter less than the tone. You're not trying to stop the feeling. You're showing that you see it. As you say this, you breathe out slowly, longer on the exhale than the inhale. If the child can hear you, their body will often begin to match your rhythm. This is co-regulation in action. The child's brain is not calming because you told it to. It's calming because it's syncing with yours. If the child reaches for you or allows it, you add gentle, steady physical contact. Not squeezing. Not restraining. Just consistent pressure. A hand on the back. An arm around the shoulders. This kind of touch activates the part of the nervous system that signals safety. If the child resists touch, you stay close without forcing it. Presence alone still works. You say very little during this time. No lessons. No fixes. Just brief, reassuring phrases if needed. I'm here. You're safe. I've got you. The goal is not silence. The goal is containment. What's happening in the child's brain during these seconds is subtle but powerful. The alarm system begins to quiet because it no longer feels alone. The body shifts from fight or flight toward regulation. The thinking brain slowly comes back online. Tears may continue, but the intensity drops. Muscles relax. Breathing evens out. Now imagine the same tantrum handled differently. The parent stays standing. Voice sharpens. Explanations pile up. The child's body reads urgency and threat. The alarm grows louder. The tantrum stretches longer and deeper. Same child. Same trigger. Completely different outcome. The contrast becomes even clearer over time. In the short term, the Zhong pause reduces the length and intensity of meltdowns. Children recover faster because they don't have to fight their way back to safety alone. Parents feel less helpless because they have something concrete to do that doesn't rely on control or force. Over days, something else begins to shift. The child starts to trust that big feelings won't break the relationship. That trust lowers the baseline level of stress in their body. Tantrums don't disappear, but they often become less explosive. Over months, the long-term payoff becomes visible. Children who regularly experience co-regulation learn, slowly, to regulate themselves. They internalize the calm they've borrowed. They gain emotional language. They develop resilience not because they were toughened up, but because they were supported through difficulty. This is where the meaning of the method goes deeper than behavior management. It asks parents to shift from controlling emotions to containing them, from winning the moment to protecting the relationship, from asking, "How do I stop this?" to asking, "How do I help my child feel safe enough to move through this?" The Zhong pause doesn't mean never setting limits. Boundaries still matter. Teaching still matters. But timing matters more. Regulation comes first. Guidance comes second. When the nervous system is calm, learning can happen. When it's not, nothing sticks. If you try this, it may feel unfamiliar at first. Especially if you were raised with quick discipline or emotional minimization. Slowing down in the middle of chaos can feel counterintuitive. But with practice, those 60 seconds become a refuge instead of a battle. The next time a tantrum rises, see if you can pause. Breathe. Lower yourself. Name the feeling. Offer calm without condition. Notice what changes, not just in your child, but in you. Over time, these small moments of safety add up. They build trust. They build resilience. And they quietly teach your child something powerful. Big feelings are manageable when you're not alone.